Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Erin. Today I have my quarterly roundup for my Sephora Play subscription box. So basically what this is I am taking all the products that I received in my January, February, and March boxes for 2018. I have everything laid out in front of me. I've had a couple months to try them out. I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm going to tell you if I have purchased any of the full-size items, if I plan to purchase any of the full-size items, and just let you know what I think about some of these products. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into January. So in January, I did receive a Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in the shade Kirsten, whichever way you guys decide to say it. It is a very beautiful rosy nude color. Now this formula is pretty much the only high-end formula that I spend my money on as far as lip glosses. There are a lot of really good lip glosses at the drugstore, but these ones are just so nice and pigmented, and I love the Anastasia glosses. So if you have not picked one up before, they usually have the little like 3 different shade trial size ones, because I mean, I've been using this for 2 months now and hardly have made a dent in it. And so getting a full size one, it'll take you forever to go through it. You really have to love the color. But if you can get the like mini size of them around the holidays, or if they have any like value kits, I highly recommend checking out the Anastasia lip gloss formula. Next is this toner from Fresh, and I've used it down to here. First of all, I don't really use toners in my skincare routine. I know I need to start. I actually did order a toner from Ulta that will be coming in this next week or so. So I'll let you guys know which one I picked up and how it goes. But Fresh does a lot of things right. Fresh also does a lot of things that are rose scented. And if you watched the unboxing of the Sephora Play for January, you probably know, or a lot of my videos where Fresh sends like rose scented stuff. I do not like the scent of rose. Now, if you love that actual like natural scent of roses, then you will love Fresh's rose line. But to me, so I'm 33, so I grew up in the 80s. And back then, it was very popular to have potpourri in your house, in your bathrooms, things like that. So in my bathroom, which was also the guest bathroom for the house, my mom had this like dish of potpourri, and it was awful. And of course, most of the potpourri back then had roses and different things in it, but it was awful. And so this is just like that haunting smell from my childhood of roses. But again, if you love rose scented things, then that is for you. I usually would use it in the morning. I would cleanse my face and then I would tone. It did help remove any other impurities that were on my skin from overnight that my cleanser didn't get. So it does the job, just I can't stand the smell. The next item is from Briogeo, and I'll just put the picture up because I don't have the little packet anymore, but it was the Don't Despair Repair conditioning treatment basically. And it hurts me so much because everybody loves this stuff and I don't. It does not work for my hair. My hair does not come out feeling any more moisturized. I've gotten 2 samples of the Don't Despair Repair before, and I've used both of them, and both times I've not been impressed. So everybody else loves Briogeo. I know that they have really, really good stuff in their products. They don't put all the bad things in the products that are like bad for your hair, the paraffins, the sulfates, things like that. So they're a really good brand with really good stuff in their hair. Just that product does not work for me. Next was this little bottle of the GlamGlow Supercleanse, and this is their cream to foam cleanser. Now, this little thing lasted me forever, because you only need like a pea size of this cleanser for it to work. And I ended up picking up the full size of this product. Now I did pick this up on base. So if you have base privileges, military base privileges, they do sell GlamGlow at the BXs. And I ended up getting this for maybe like $5 cheaper than what it is at Sephora. But it is this like gray clay charcoal cleanser. So it does come out gray, and it truly is a cream to foam. So it foams up really, really nice. So it truly is a charcoal cleanser. But this stuff is awesome. I use this every single morning whenever I wake up to cleanse my face. I tried using this in the evening time to remove my makeup, and even after washing my face twice, all of my makeup was not gone. So I still think to remove makeup, I need a cleansing balm, a cleansing oil, something like that to melt everything down. But in the morning time, this gets my pores squeaky clean. It basically gets all of the residue of the oils off my face from the night. It just is awesome. So I've really, really been enjoying that. And this was, I think this was $25 on base, and so me spending $25 on a cleanser kind of hurt. But if I think about my like CeraVe cleansers where I'm pumping a whole pump out to use, and that was like $15 for that, I'm going to go through a CeraVe cleanser faster than I'm going to go through this. So it's all about the value of the product and how much you have to use to get the job done. So love, love, love the GlamGlow Supercleanse. Then we got this little baby Clinique Pep-Start eye cream. I did use this today. I was considering picking up the full size of this for a very long time because I really want a good under eye cream. Do I feel like this does amazing things and is the best thing out there? Not really. I mean, it's a standard eye cream. I probably won't pick up the full size of this one because I did just pick up another eye cream from Belif that I'm really, really enjoying. But as far as eye creams go, it does the job. It moisturizes. Do I think that it does like the crazy brightening? Not really. I still have to go in with concealers and correctors and things like that. But it was a fun product to try. The last item in this box was the SmashBox Photo Finish Primerizer. And they gave me this little tiny thing. This actually lasted me for about 5 or 6 uses, and so that was fun using this. And I actually ended up picking up the full size of this product. Again, I picked this up on base for a little bit cheaper than what it is at Sephora, so they do carry SmashBox on base if you have base privileges. So for me, this is really, really nice, and I enjoyed using this in the cooler months. I do live in Florida. Now that we're in April, it is warming up a little bit, but it is just a white primer, and it moisturizes your skin and primes at the same time. Now, is this going to be your end-all, be-all, like, pore filler? No. So usually what I do is I go in with my regular moisturizer. I let that sink in, and then I put on the primerizer. And then I go in and I do any pore filling with like a Porefessional or my Dr. Brandt pore filler, stuff like that. So if you have oily skin, I think this gives you the right dose of moisturizer to keep yourself from getting too oily too quick. And so I've really, really been enjoying that. So out of this box, I ended up picking up 2 full-size products. And then I own a crap ton of the full size of the lip glosses from Anastasia because I really enjoy these too. So this was a really, really good box for me. I guess the only thing, of course, for me is the toner. It's just the scent of it. And then the eye cream. Go to Sephora, pick up, I think they have these as like the 100-point perks right now, or you can always get a sample of it to see what you think, but I don't think that it is the best thing out there for under eye creams. So for February, the first item that I received was a Laura Mercier Caviar stick. And this one was, I think, in rose gold. Yes, this one was in rose gold. And this is basically a shadow stick. And so I'm trying to get a little bit on here for you guys. You can see it just creates a nice little sheen on the skin and on the lids. Now, my issue with this one was it's hard to build up. So I don't know if you guys can see on my eyes today, but I do like a good pop of shimmer on my lids. This is going to be more of your subtle shimmer on the lids. This also does not build up well. Once you put one coat of this down on your lids, if you go back and try to build up more, the stick picks up what was already laid down and you're ending up looking patchy. Now, if you put this down first and then pack something else on top of it and use this as a base, that might be really, really nice. But overall, I wasn't finding myself reaching for this because it didn't give me the pop that I needed and I couldn't build it up. But if you just want that very subtle sheen and shimmer on the lids that does not have glitter in it, then I think you might really enjoy the Caviar sticks. But for me, it's not worth me putting down that extra layer when I have shadows that give me what I want right off the bat. Next was the Green Clean from Farmacy, and this was just a little, and I used up all of it to show you guys. This is a cleansing balm from the brand Farmacy, and it's F-A-R-M, Farmacy. So I guess their claim to their products is that everything is very natural. They have like really good ingredients in here. The product was actually green. What I will say about this, because I do know about cleansing balms because I use the Clinique Take the Day Off cleansing balm every single night. I have a big one by my sink and I have two little ones, one by my bathtub, one by my shower. I use it every night. So I said, ooh, could this be another alternative to the Take the Day Off balm? No. Does this take your makeup off? Yes. So it takes a lot of your makeup off your face. It does feel nice. I think that I had to use a little bit more of this than I usually do with my Take the Day Off balm from Clinique, just because the Clinique one almost, it's more coconut oily, to where once you add water, it actually like starts getting slicker, whereas this one, as soon as you added water, it just kind of washed off. So this might be more water-based, where the other one is more oil-based. So this also didn't do a really good job of taking off my eye makeup, and that is truly what I use the Take the Day Off balm for. I'll get a little bit in between my fingers, rub them. I'll start in my eyes and really get that oil mixture into my eye makeup. It doesn't burn, it doesn't sting, and then I'll take and wet my hands and then move the rest of the Take the Day Off balm around my face to remove everything else. This I still had to get out of the shower and I double cleanse. So I do my Take the Day Off balm around my eyes to really get everything going, take it down my face. Then I use my CeraVe foaming cleanser to get the Take the Day Off balm and everything else off that it has collected. And usually by then I'm done. But even whenever I double cleansed with this, I still had to go in with a micellar water and clean up around my eyes. So this is not going to be a replacement for me for my Take the Day Off balm. We have a Sephora lipstick, and this is their matte lipstick in Rebel Chic. This was in my disappointing products for last month. It's this beautiful, like, deep wine color in the stick, and then it comes off as this weird fuchsia color whenever you actually put it on. I'm also not a big fan of the formula. It's a little bit patchy, it's a little bit streaky. It just wasn't for me. Sephora does a lot of things right within their collection, but this particular color was not. Then we have the Fresh Sugar Lip Treatment in Sugar Rose, and that's what these little things look like. I ended up keeping this and not giving it to one of my friends because she ended up getting the same thing in her play box, but this is just a lip balm, and it does have a rose scent to it, but this is more of like a pepperminty rose, so it didn't bother me that much. Now, this feels amazing on the lips. It really does. I feel like it does hydrate. I mean, it is just a slightly pinky balm. It looks beautiful on the lips. It makes your lips look healthy. It feels good. It lasts. It moisturizes. So for the Fresh line, again, I like the Fresh line. I just don't really like their rose things, but I really did enjoy this. And this does have SPF in it, so it's protecting your lips as you're wearing it. So if you are looking at getting just like a regular like lip treatment SPF balm, I think that this is a really good way to go. I'd be interested to see, they have other flavors of this, and I probably would get a different flavor. I ended up getting a perfume sample in the February box. I don't wear the perfume samples. I have asthma, so I did pass that along. And so the last item that I received in that box was the Belif Moisture Eye Bomb, and it came in this little tub. And I have been using this and it's hardly gone down at all. You need just the littlest bit of this. And I put it underneath my eyes, I put it around the corners of my eyes, I take it up onto my lids a little bit. So I've really been enjoying this. I think that this pairs very nicely with my favorite moisturizer, which is the Belif Aqua Bomb. So this just sinks into the skin, it hydrates, it almost, I don't want to say it plumps because again, this isn't like a plumping type thing, but it moisturizes enough to where I don't feel like I have as much creasing whenever I use this. So I am really enjoying that. And if you watched my Sephora video where I did my VIB haul, I actually did pick up another one of these during the VIB sale. So if you're looking for an eye cream, and I think that this is a better value than the Clinique one, so this just goes further. So I also have oily eyelids, and whenever I use this, again, I take it up on my lids, I let it all set down. This does not affect my mascara, this does not affect my shadows, anything like that. So I really enjoy this, and that's why I picked up another one. So we are on to March, and I will start with the Buxom Lip Liner. Now, I hated on this in my unboxing video. So this is it. It's a thicker pencil liner. The color on it is very beautiful. And it comes with this brush on the other end. And I was like, what the heck is this brush for? Because it just smears the liner all over the place. I'm like, what the heck is this for? So I'm sure I don't use it because I've watched some videos on how, you know, you can almost create, like, you line your lips, then you use the brush to kind of ombre it in and blah, blah. No. This is actually on my lips today. I use this to line and fill in my lips before I put a gloss on top. And what I've actually been using the brush for is if I end up going a little bit outside the lines or I'm going to clean up my line, because this is a little bit thicker of a pencil. So you may not have as much control over lining your lips. So I will take the brush and I will go ahead and I'll just clean up my lip line with it. And it works out perfectly for that. So I've been enjoying that it comes with a lip brush on it to help me clean up. This is very easy for me to throw into my pocket for work. I do work for hospice. I wear scrubs during the day. And so I can't necessarily carry around, you know, a tube of lipstick or a big tube of lip gloss. But this is perfect. I can just touch up with this during the day. It goes on matte. It does last a long time. It doesn't necessarily set all the way down. Like I have other lip liners that will not budge if I go like this. This will budge, and so you have to be a little, you can't sit there and like rub your lips with this one. It's not that type of lip liner, but I've actually been really enjoying this. And so I want to try some other things from Buxom. I wouldn't necessarily get another one of these pencils because this thing's going to last me forever, and I really do enjoy the color, but I do want to try some other things out from Buxom. They've kind of surprised me. They're different, but they've surprised me. So I want to try some other things out from that brand. All right, we have this Lancome cleanser, and again, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that because I do not speak French, but I used this once and then I threw it in the little baskets that I have, and I never used it again. First off, it was really weird. If you watch the unboxing video of it, it like has, it's like glue, that it has these like stringy things to it. It's very strange. But beyond that, I put this in my shower and I used it one night to remove my makeup. It did an all right job of removing my makeup, but to all my other girls out there that are sensitive to smells, that have asthma, that just can't deal with that highly perfumed smell of things, this has such a perfumey scent in it, it actually burned my eyes. Why? Why, oh why? I know that Lancome is a very luxury brand, so I think a lot of luxury brands think that their products have to smell a certain way. But if I have a cleanser that I am rubbing on my face, that I am putting around my eyes, I do not want a heavy perfume scent in it. And so that was a heavy, quick no for me. if you have any issues with breathing, if you have children that have issues with breathing, this is horrible. Stay away. Stay far, far away. Next item is the Murad Age Reform Invisible Perfecting Shield Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Primer. These names, y'all. I do have another Murad primer and I really do enjoy it. I love that this one came with a pump. It is a more silicone-based primer that does blur. Whenever I first put this on my hand in the video, I was like, oh my God, holy crap, it just blurred all the pores from my hand. It like made my hand look 20. But when I put this on my face, it made my makeup move around a little bit more than what I'm comfortable with. I maybe tried it 5 times over the past month or so, and it's not all that I cracked it up to be. I mean, it looks beautiful. It does blur everything, but if your makeup does not sit good on top of it, then that's another thing. Now, if I am going to go out barefaced out into the world, this might be a good thing for me to put on because it has SPF 30, and also it'll blur my pores if I don't wear any makeup. So I might try that out to see if that will work, but overall, as far as underneath my makeup, I really don't like these silicone-based primers. Next, we have the Sephora Collection Matte Perfection Powder Foundation, and they sent it to me in 14 Neutral Linen, which is too dark for me, as you can tell, and it's neutral, so it has those yellow undertones. But I did use this, and I've been enjoying using this. The pigmentation on this powder is crazy, crazy. A lot of times if I'm trying to cover a blemish, if I am touching up at the end of the night, I am going to be using this because the coverage on it is amazing. I actually did one day take this brush from Crown that I ended up getting in a BoxyCharm, and I used to do powder foundation all the time. I used to be Bare Minerals powder foundation. That is what I did. And so I used this as an actual powder foundation, and I went in there with my brush and I picked up product. It kicks up product like nobody's business, just so you know. And I did powder foundation on my entire face for a night out with my husband, and it looked beautiful. It looked absolutely beautiful. And so I want to do a video for you guys coming up where I do a complete powder foundation on my face. I have a Bare Minerals powder foundation, I have a Tarte powder foundation, and then I have this one, and I have different colors saved on my loves list. I have 04 pink porcelain, and then there's like a pink light or something like that, because I do have pink and cool undertones. So the undertones of this did not work, but the coverage on it is beautiful. It sets down beautifully. I used it as strictly a powder foundation, and it was beautiful. So if you're looking into getting a good pigmented powder foundation and you don't want to go with like the Kat Von D one, you don't want to go with a Bare Minerals, go into a store and swatch these, find your color, and just see what you think about these, because I was pleasantly surprised. So the neighbors are out shooting guns. If you guys hear, okay, let me preface that by, I live out in the country. In the country, if you have enough acreage, you are allowed to shoot your gun on your property. Usually on Sundays after church is when they start shooting guns, but today somebody is out shooting guns. We have a couple people behind us that own, 10, 15, 20 acres of land. They have their own ranges on it. And so we just kind of get used to hearing gunfire out in the country. So if you hear any popping noises in the background, it doesn't scare me. It doesn't scare the dogs. We're just kind of used to that. Occasionally we do shoot our guns on our property. So it's interesting living out in the country. We'll just put it that way. But I'm not in a big city center where, gunfire means like gang violence or somebody's getting murdered or police or something. No, people just have gun ranges on their own properties up here. So tangent, but the next item is the Verb Ghost Oil. Now, I've been talking too much today. This I love. I actually want to pick up the full size of this one, but I still have about half of this left. And so I don't know if I'm gonna take advantage of the 15% off right now on Sephora and just go ahead and pick this up, because the full size of this is only $16, which I think is amazing. But I can understand why they call this ghost oil, because it is not detectable. I mean, it is a straight up oil. It is a thick oil, just like any other hair oil, and it doesn't, I mean, it has a smell, but it's not anything that is too strong or too offensive. But I mean, it is just a beautiful, beautiful hair oil. So I am on day 2 hair. Day 2? Day 3? I usually wash my hair every 4 days or so. And this stuff has been a lifesaver. I have very poofy, frizzy, volumized, lot of hair. Normally, I blow dried my hair out and it's been kind of up in buns for work, but usually I have ringlets on the bottom and then poof on the top. So the ringlets create all of this poof, and then the top creates even more poof. Horrible. I used to keep my hair very, very short because I just didn't want to fuss with all the poofiness. But this stuff has saved me, saved my hair. I don't mind blow drying my hair out anymore. I don't mind wearing my hair down during the day. This stuff is awesome. And you put it in your hair. So what I do with it is I get out of the shower, I put this in my hair. Well, I put in a leave-in conditioner, and then I tie my hair up in one of those like microfiber hair tie things that like makes your hair dry faster. So I do that, and then when my hair is like quasi dry, I go ahead and I run some of this through it, and then I blow dry my hair out. And it is soft, it is not frizzy, it's not weighted down by other hair oils. I do have a hair oil from OGX that is very, very heavy, that if I use that in my hair, I have to wash my hair about every 2 days because the oils just get too heavy. This, the hair soaks it up. Whenever you blow dry it, the hair just like, the oil just soaks right into the hair, and it is amazing. It's so soft. God, awesome stuff. So, so, so happy that they sent me that in my Sephora Play box. So the last thing that they ended up sending was from Quai Hair Care, and this is their anti-frizz little like sheet. I still haven't tried it because number one, this controls my frizz, but I'm gonna go ahead and open it right now and try it out. I don't have a whole lot of frizz right now, but I'll run it through my hair and see what I think. This was like what I equated to a dryer sheet for your hair. So in here is just literally a dryer sheet for your hair. It's this, I don't understand, y'all. Maybe if you have extremely frizzy hair that this would be even better for you, but I'll just rub it in my roots where I have a lot of frizz. And I don't know if this is necessarily depositing product or if it literally is just a static remover, but it has a smell to it. I don't know, guys. Is this a gimmick? Is this just a gimmick that they want to sell us? I mean, I guess my hair is a little bit less flyaway-y. I do have a lot of flyaways. I do, whenever I started the keto diet, my hair was breaking a lot and falling out, and that is part of your body adjusting to running on ketones over... Are we squeaky? That's that one right there. Are we squeaky? So part of the keto diet, especially for women, is we have a lot of hair loss, we have a lot of hair breakage. Really? So... So now that I'm on a really good supplement for my hair and my hair has started to grow back out, I do have a lot of my flyaways and my baby hairs that are coming back in. So, I mean, I guess if you really, really struggle with frizz, this might be something useful to you. But to me, this does everything I need it to do. So I don't necessarily need to have a dryer sheet for my hair. All right, guys, so the wrap up for the first quarter of 2018 for my Sephora Play boxes. The absolute stars of everything was the GlamGlow Supercleanse Charcoal Cleanser. He will not stop squeaking, y'all. The SmashBox Photo Finish Primerizer. The Belif Moisture Eye Bomb. The Buxom Lip Liner. The Sephora Powder Foundation. And the Verb Ghost Oil. These items are amazing and I want to have them in my collection forever. So I hope that this information was helpful. I know that everybody receives different items in their Sephora Play boxes, so it's really interesting to go back through all of these products and see what worked and what didn't. If you like this style of video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below of these items. What are your favorites? Which ones have disappointed you? Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you next time. Bye!